Barkley, we're live, buddy. That's right. Everybody out there, Rusty, what's up? Let me know if you guys can hear me, first of all. And I want to introduce you to my best friend here, Barkley. If anybody has a dog, you truly know how awesome they are. This is my buddy Barkley, and he is just so amazing. And I want you guys to meet him. He's been going through a tough time lately as congestive heart failure. We almost lost him a couple weeks ago, but he went like 3 days in an oxygen tank, and then he came out like a champion. He's been great ever since, but I think he's having a little trouble tonight. But I just wanted you guys, if you've never seen Barkley, wish him the best. He's the best dog ever. I love this dog so much. It's crazy. I love you, Barkley. I'm going to let you go because we got to talk about tennis. All right. Man, he is a great dog. So hopefully we can get a little more time with Barkley. Anyway, tonight we're going to have a great night. I'm super excited. The potential to be your personal coach. We're going to talk about the program we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, Next Level University, because it's real coaching and real relationships. And I think it's something that we can now do with the technology of what we have online. And I think we can, in some ways do a better job than working together one-on-one on the court in some senses. And I'll explain exactly why I think that and believe that to be true. But I just want to welcome everybody tonight. It's going to be a fun night. We're going to be talking about your game, your goals, how to get you unstuck. We're also going to be talking about the Australian Open. We'll kind of open with the Australian Open. And right now, I just want to know who's out there. I'm going to turn my volume down. The Australian Open. I want to know who's out there, where you're from, what your goals are for 2020. It's super important that we pick the right big rock. So we're going to talk about that tonight too. So if you're somebody watching and you're just kind of coming to the YouTube channel because this is public and you don't know what we're talking about, what I've been talking about to the people on my VIP list over the last, 10, 15 days is the idea of really harnessing the power of online instruction to get your game to the next level and not falling prey to chasing a bunch of shiny objects, because there's lots of great information online. And if you use it the right way, it can really work to your benefit, but you can also be stuck chasing shiny objects, chasing things that really don't get your game to the next level. So it's important that you are able to really hone in and focus on the big thing that's going to get you to that next level. So again, I'm excited to be here. Thank you for coming on a Friday night, and I'm going to make it well worth your while. I was going to save this to the end of the broadcast, but then I got so excited. I'm like, I'm going to just say this. I'm just going to say this early in the broadcast. We're going to be closing. How's it going, Judy? We're going to be closing Next Level University this Sunday. As far as, well, not closing it, but the price is going to go from $199 a year to $397 a year. And since you're taking the time, if you've been thinking about Next Level University, in fact, I'll put the link in here right now. I am going to be holding a raffle. I'll hold it tomorrow sometime, and I'll email the winner, or I'll put it everywhere so you know if you won. And what it is, if you're on tonight, and even if you already purchased Next Level University, so it's fair. If you're on tonight, and you buy tonight, I'm going to put you in a raffle. Right now, you can see there's only 30 people watching right now. We'll probably maybe max out, maybe at 100, I don't know. And we'll probably have less than 10. I don't know. Maybe we'll have, it's hard to say. I would say between 10 and 20 buyers. That's probably what we'll have. And I'm going to put you all into a raffle. And whoever wins, what do you guys think about this? Whoever wins the raffle. So if you buy tonight, I'm going to put you in a raffle. And whoever wins, I'm going to fly out to your town and give you a lesson for a day, okay, for free. Mark Davis, what's on? What's up? Maybe you'll sign up tonight. Did you guys hear what I just said there? I will fly out to where you live and spend a day with you and teach you lessons. If you buy tonight, I'm going to put you in a raffle. Your chances of winning this are very good, okay? It's going to be a small percentage of people that are on the call tonight that are going to buy. And the people who buy tonight on this call, and I see that an order came through, I'm going to put you in a raffle, and then I will set up a time with you when the weather gets nice and it works for both of us. I will come out and fly and teach you. What do you guys think about that? What's up? Rye and Mark Davis are on, and they both went to a clinic together. We had a great time. We were, what did we do? Was that the Serve Plus One clinic? I think that was a Serve Plus One clinic. So anyway, I'll be making that announcement throughout here. I put the link, though. The link is in the comment section. So if you're excited about that and you knew that you were going to do Next Level University anyway, then, go for it. And your chances are going to be pretty good at winning, okay? Your chances are going to be pretty good at winning. And, for people who come out and basically take lessons with me, I think the minimum package I have right now is a little under $700. So you're getting a really, really good deal. Frank, what's up? Sounds fantastic. I live in London. Well, you might win, although you are Next Level. But I'm going to put even the people who are Next Level University members and you're on this call, just email me at crunchtimecoaching.com and email me at crunchtimecoaching@gmail.com to let me know you're already a member, but you were on the call and you want to be put in the raffle if you're already a member. So anybody who's a Next Level University member who is on this call will have a chance to win. Forehand has never been better. Okay, Mark says, I changed his game. His forehand's never been better. All right, let's get into right now, just to start this off, the Australian Open. Do we have any predictions on who you think is going to win? First, we'll cover the men's side. Then we'll cover the women's side. I'll take a look at the draws a little bit. I have the Australian Open draw tab open on my internet, and I'll just shout out some of the early round matches. Mark Davis, who is a huge Novak fan, is going to pick Novak. I'm going to say why that's a good pick, but why it also may not be a good pick. Okay, Dude says Medvedev. He says Medvedev is going to be his pick. And I want to talk about that. I think that this Australian Open, Wawrinka. Well, I see Federer. Why Wawrinka, Rusty? Wawrinka has not really done much lately. Jalapeno. Who is that? Okay, so here's my thought. I think this Australian Open is going to be possibly full of a lot of upsets. And here's why I say that. Because I've never seen preparation for a major tournament like this ever. What has just happened is they just got done playing the ATP Cup, which was amazing. I thought the ATP Cup, let me know what you guys think. I thought the ATP Cup was an amazing event. It was full of great energy. It was full of great matches. They played in 3 different cities, but, Australia is basically, I think it's bigger than the United States. I mean, so they had to travel. They were playing for their country, which I think they got more amped up for this than they do for the Davis Cup. Like you could tell they really wanted to win the first ATP Cup. All the teams that were in it, they really wanted to put on a good show. It's a new event. I think Mark Davis says, I love it. And you could tell that they really wanted this event to work. So, I mean, they had the pressure of not only just playing, but making it a new event work, trying to win it. And also there was a lot of more added pressure in that, now you got the team thing and you're trying to win for your team. And then another thing too, which, a lot of people don't take into account, if Rafa wins a match, like if he wins his first round at the Australian Open, what he's got to do the rest of the day is up to him. He can do his press conference, then he can prepare however he wants to do. He can rest however he wants to rest. But this was, you're there the whole day. You're cheering the whole day. It's in Australia. It's super hot. The matches were super physical, super emotional. I think you're going to see some people maybe go out early rounds. I think they're going to be tired. What do you guys think of my theory? Let's see. We have ATP Cup. Fabulous. It was Fabulous first. Thought Demon Hour pulling out. What? Everyone thoughts on? Oh, Demon Hour pulled out. Why did he pull out? See, it's a perfect thing. I see people getting injured. Dennis played well. Maybe he will do good at the Australian Open. I think it's going to be so tough to tell who's going to do well and who's not going to do well at the Australian Open based on how physically fit are they going to feel, how exhausted are they going to be. Then the other thing too that they did was doing this whole, which was a great thing, the rally for the fires in Australia, which was amazing. I think they raised over $4 million, and go look up the highlights on YouTube. It was just, again, first class. I mean, our sport is just full with first class athletes. But again, that's another emotional thing. All the stuff that's going on in Australia. And that's another thing too, where Mark Davis, Novak Djokovic might be in trouble because the air quality out there. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm going to be leaving for Australia next Thursday. I'm going to the Australian Open. Is anybody going to be out the Australian Open? I'm going to be there. I'm worried about the fire, says Mr. Pink. Yes, so Djokovic has already suggested maybe they start the Australian Open a little down the road because he's worried about, how the air quality is going to be. So you got the impact of the fires, which we know Djokovic has trouble breathing. So it's all like, how are these people going to handle the breathing? How are they going to handle all the emotional baggage they're bringing into the Australian Open? A lot of it was very positive, but exhausting. And this is why I'm going to pick Federer, okay? Is I think Federer, for himself, not necessarily for the game of tennis. I really love the ATP Cup. I'm not trying to bag on the ATP Cup. I hope it really can be successful, and I hope that the players can perform well at the Australian Open, are not going to regret they put all this time, effort, energy into this ATP Cup, and now they're kind of running on empty at the Australian Open. That's what I'm a little worried about. Maybe I'm worried about a little too much. I don't know. But it could be Federer having a big advantage in that he is super fresh. He did not have to, put on all these interviews and be there cheering his teammates every day and trying to win for his team. Melbourne Park, not near the fires, and the air quality will be good. Okay, I hope so. I've heard mixed reviews on the air quality. I've heard a lot of good reports about the air quality, though. All right, dude says Nick as a dark horse. That's another thing. Nick Kyrgios, this might be the tournament that he shows up at, because he's really put a big push and done a great job promoting, raising money for all that's happening over there with the fires. And so I think he feels a big responsibility to not act like a child, to actually go there and try and maybe show a full 100% of his talent. Maybe this could be the year where he goes in and he says, I'm going to put everything that I've got, all the skill I have, I'm going to lay it out there every match and try and become a big country hero. Wouldn't that be an amazing story if all of a sudden Nick is a Grand Slam champion? And this could be the kind of thing that could actually spur him to do that, or at least go deep in the tournament, in that he does like playing for teams. He does like playing for a country. The thing that he seems to get bored with or just can't get his up for is showing up for himself day in and day out. But I think he feels like now he's playing for a cause. And I watched him play in Cincinnati, and I watched Federer play 2 days before, and I'm a big Federer fan. I love Federer. His talent is just oozing out of his body. I can tell you, when you watch Nick and Matt from Coffee Break Tennis, you ever watch his show, he agrees with me too. And no one's a bigger Fed fan than him. He says Nick has more stuff in his game than the great Roger Federer. And that's saying an awful lot because we all know how awesome Roger Federer is. So that could be something to watch for. So that's my prediction. Look for some early upsets, maybe look for some retirements, look for some injuries, and look for how these now, if, it could also work the opposite way. Like if Nadal can feel good physically, this might really help him getting all this tennis in before the Australian Open, because we do know that the more balls Nadal hits, as long as he feels good, the more confidence he gets, and he gets in this rhythm and this zone to where he almost becomes unbeatable. So I see Nadal going either way. Djokovic, again, he's in the zone. He played amazing at the ATP Cup. If he can not have his breathing be an issue, and he's in the rhythm. So this can go either way. This whole thing with the ATP Cup would be very interesting to see how it goes. So let me, just before we move on, let me hear some other predictions, and then we'll go into the women's side. Talent doesn't win if talent doesn't work hard. Well, yeah, well, they all work hard. Oh, you're saying Nick doesn't work hard. Well, that's true to go through 2 weeks, but I think he's talented enough to do it if he can just keep his head going. You see, he is that talented. Yeah, I got you, Mark. I got you. So also, let's just talk about the women for a little bit before we go into tonight's coaching call. This coaching call is basically for you guys. But what do y'all think of the women? Serena just won a tournament after 2 years. It really is kind of cool. When she showed how much it meant to her, she really gave a great thank you to her coach, Patrick. She was super thrilled to win. Venus versus Coco, as Jason's saying, that's going to be an outstanding first-round match. Jason, who do you think is going to win between Venus and Coco? That might be one of the more entertained matches of the whole tournament. Rye says Simona Halep. That could certainly be. Is she back with Darren Cahill again? Did they basically get through that whole? I know they were in a little bit of a fight for a little while. I just want to know that. Are they doing okay? How is Osaka going to do? I know, she could go either way. She's so talented. She kind of had a disappointing year, but then towards the end of the year, especially on the Asian swing, she played some great tennis. So it'll be interesting to see how she does. But I was certainly getting worried about, her ability to really defend being number one in the world. And it looked like she was having a tough time, handling all that pressure. So let me know what you think on the women's side. I think that is wide open. I think it's so hard to tell who is going to win. I just always go with Serena in that it seems like no one wants it more than her. And the girl from Canada is out, Andrea Escu. She's out with an injury. So I think it's Serena's tournament to lose. Be interesting to see how Osaka does. I don't think Coco Gauff, who's super exciting, I don't think that she is ready to do it yet. So just let me know what you guys think. I'm going to pick Serena, and then we're just going to get into our coaching call. Okay, so I'll just read some more comments from you guys before we get into this. Serena, says Frank. Yes, back together. Okay, they are back together, Darren Cahill. Serena just won her first tournament as a mom. Yeah, that was kind of cool. All right, very cool. Let's get into this. So you've been watching me talk about Next Level University, and I want to tell you how it works and how it can help you. The first thing that we're going to cover is how to get unstuck in your tennis game. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. I was talking to a lady today on the phone, and she has worked her way up to a 3.5. And let me know how many 3.5s we have out there. If you are a 3.5 player or below, just type in 3.5 or whatever your playing level is. If you could type that in so I can kind of see who's out there. Do we have 3.5s, 4.0s out there, 3.0s? Let me know where you are. If you're from another country, basically A 2.5 to a 3.0 is more on the beginner side. 3.5 is that intermediate, almost getting advanced. And then 4.0 player is becoming intermediate. And at the top of a 4.0 level, you can really get some advanced type players ready to go in that 4.5, 5.0 level. So we've got Rusty's a 3.5. We got Alan, who's a 4.5. So Alan's a solid player. Rusty's right there at the 3.5 level where so many people are. 3.5 is Frank. Thank you guys for sharing where you're at with this on your journey. And we're going to talk about that. To me, that's where a lot of people get stuck. I'm going to say get stuck. It's not necessarily a negative thing. This one lady who was like, I was talking to her, she's like, I'm stuck at the 3.5 level and I want to play 4.0 and I can play with 4.0s. And she was so frustrated. But then she told me she played 100 matches this year, which was amazing. When you think about what a gift that is, being at the 3.5 level is not a terrible thing. That's where you're going to get so many friends, so many matches, so many different styles at that 3.5 level. But again, you're going to get stuck. And here's what happens. You get into tennis and share with me if this kind of is familiar to you, is you get into tennis, you love it, and you're either a decent enough athlete where you have decent hand-eye coordination, or maybe you're not the best athlete, but you love tennis so much that you eventually start to develop your hand-eye coordination. I mean, there's really no better sport, I think, than tennis than to start developing hand-eye coordination. So you either have it or you don't, but either way, you start developing it. And with just some basic instruction, you can start to figure out how to get to that 3.0 level if you hit enough balls. And then once you're at that 3.0 level, and then you're starting to maybe be introduced to play with some 3.5s, you start to understand certain shots and certain plays you can use to compete and to start winning at the 3.5 level. And you can do this within a couple of years. I'd say 3 years to 1 year. You can do that. That's where most people get to that 3.5 level. And then once people within like 3 years, let me know how long did it take you to get to a 3.5 level, and then how long have you been there? Once you get to that 3.5 level, I would say, I don't know, 70% of them never get to a 4.0. Okay, or they become low 4.0s. And what is going on there? Why does that happen? Because to get to that 4.0 level and beyond, you then have to start developing more advanced skills. The skills that got you to 3.5 are gonna not work at 4.0 and beyond. Has anybody ever experienced that? I've been playing 2 years, turned 3.5 in December. See that? Congratulations, Rusty. So what do you need to do to get and bust the door to that 4.0 level and beyond? What needs to be done? Judy's a 3.5 plus. This is why most people cannot get to the next level, is you have to take the Tiger Woods approach. All right, you might want to write this down. If you want to get to that next level, if you want to become a 4.0 player and beyond, let me know, first of all. Rye is a 3.0 to 3.5 in about 2 years, 3.5 now for 6 years plus. Exactly. Let me know some of your goals. What are some of your goals, guys? What level do you want to be at? What would make you happy? And the Tiger Woods approach is this. Tiger Woods, when he first came on the tour, he was phenomenal, and he started to win majors almost immediately. And then all of a sudden, I followed this story kind of close, even though I'm not a big golf fan. He started to talk about how he was working on changing his swing. And everybody thought that he was crazy because he was dominating. And he's like, yeah, but I want to become the best golfer I can be. And I know that I have some flaws in my stroke. And to get to the next level that he wanted to be, he was willing to take a step back. So then, I don't know if you guys remember this. This is before all the injuries. He actually had a bad year on tour to where he was not winning near as much, okay? But he was fine with that because he kept saying, I'm working on my stroke. I feel the stroke is coming. I know it's coming. And then he finally got the stroke, what Rick Macy likes to call baked in. He had it baked into where it was on autopilot and he could trust it. And he knew that it was superior to his former self. And then he came on and had, one of the best years he's ever had. I remember that. And he kept saying, that was because I was working on my stroke. I told you all it was coming, and it came. And a lot of people who get to 3.5, it is so hard to do because you got to the 3.5 level. And to get to the 3.5 level, there are a lot of people. I see that Al wants to be a 5.0. I see that Rusty wants to be a 4.0 and maybe a 4.5 by 55. These are great goals, and they can totally be attained. But to get to a 3.5, you have got to pass a lot of people behind you. There is a lot of people playing 3.0 tennis and 2.5. And so you've experienced success. You've won matches to get to 3.5. You don't get to 3.5 without winning some matches. And so it's hard to maybe, let's just pick a couple of names on here. Let's say we have Rusty, and Rusty has been playing Rye over the last year, and Rusty beats Rye like all the time. Rusty beats him like 6-2 all the time. And Rusty says that he does want to become a 4.0 and beyond, 4.0, 4.5. Well, you might have to accept going out there. If you start working on different things, you might have to accept occasionally losing to Rye. Maybe Rye might kick your butt some days because you're trying to implement new things in your game. You're transitioning into something that long-term will be better if you're willing to stick with it. And what most people do at 3.5 is they're willing to dip their toe in the water a little bit. They're willing to go, okay, I need to learn this continental grip and I want to learn a slice serve. And they dip their toe into learning this stuff. And then they try and implement it in the match and it doesn't work. And then they quickly run away. And then they go back to their old habits. And that's how you get stuck. So the way you get unstuck is this. I don't suggest, I'm not a fan of, like I watched a coach one time tell his student, hey, because the kid wanted to win. He's like, hey, if you don't serve with that continental grip in this match, I'm pulling you off the court. I understand where the coach is coming from. I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea. It's not my style. My style is, look, if you want to go out there and you want to win, if you're playing a league match and you want to win your league match, then go do whatever, wherever you are, whatever is working right now, continue to use that in your match. Okay. But what you cannot do, if you do truly want to become a 4.0 or 4.5 player, you cannot let your project, and I like to call it a secret project, you cannot let that go. You've got to keep working on it. See, what happens is people will try and start a new thing. They try it in a match. It doesn't work. And then they abandon the whole thing and they just keep getting stuck between sticking their toe in the water to like, I need to win this match, sticking the toe in the water and never fully committing to change. And where you have to fully commit to change first is the practice court. And the more you work on it in practice, behind the scenes, by yourself, if you do enough reps, the muscle memory is going to creep in to where it will come out in matches with you not having to force it. It will just be. I released a video the other day on Tom Brady. And one thing that was interesting is his throwing coach. He had a throwing mechanics coach saying, we're rewiring the nerves. Even Tom Brady, who's the best quarterback ever, is still working on rewiring the nerves. Now, do some of his old habits come out in the game? Yeah, they do. But he works on it so doggedly and he's so determined that, from week to week, even though we can't see it, new little nuances are appearing in the game naturally because he stays so consistent on working on the right things, on the advanced things. So if you want to have a serve that doesn't look like an amateur serve, if you want to have a forehand that looks like what you see on TV, you're going to need to stay consistent with it. And you got to know 100% that you have the right information and that you're doing it the right way. And this is why I came up with the idea of Next Level University. Let me just explain my teaching background a little bit to you. I started out like almost all tennis coaches on the court. I've been playing and coaching now for nearly 40 years. So, we didn't have online instruction back then. That was not even a thing. So I'm out there on the court for many years, and it's a great way to teach people in that it's so personal. There's you and your student, especially when you get a student who's really dedicated. There's no better connection than having another totally obsessed tennis player with you, and you guys are working on a goal together. And you can, show them how to do it, and you can almost hold their hand and do it for them, and you can give them instant feedback. That is awesome. But what I found the negative of teaching on the court is most people, they got their hour slot for the week, especially if we're talking about adults, not juniors that are coming to you. We don't really have any juniors on this call. Most adults go, okay, I got my hour lesson a week. It's how I treat myself. And then I go about my week. Maybe I play one other time. Then I play a match. And then I'm working, raising a family, going shopping, all this stuff. And so as a coach, it was frustrating to me in that I would be teaching somebody a new skill. And I especially like to ask people questions like, why do you think you missed that shot? And then they would say, I don't know. And then I tell them, many times in the lesson, and hoping that they would retain it. But when they leave the gate and they got all this other stuff, as soon as they leave the gate, they got all this other stimuli all week, getting rid of the advice that I was giving them. So when they come back the next week and they're doing a lesson, they do the same mistake. I ask, why did that happen? And 9 out of 10 times the answer is this for my students: I don't know, coach. I forget. Can you remind me? And that's because even though I told them several times a week before, they have so much other stuff going on there, and you can't really just recall everything that happens into a lesson. I actually had I'm going through some back issues, and I had a doctor's appointment, and I wanted to know what was wrong with me exactly. And she started to talk, and I pulled out my phone, and I basically said, can I record you? Because there's no way I'm going to remember all this. And that's basically what happens. That's the flaw of working with a coach on the court. It's great, but that's the downside. Now, online instruction is the exact opposite. If someone makes a really good serve course or a really good forehand course, like the way I make my courses, I really think it takes me months to make a course. It literally does. It takes me months. It costs me a lot of money. I don't even count the hours, because then that would be depressing when I'm thinking about all the hours that I put into making these courses. So I don't even count hours. What I do is I go, I need to unload my brain of every single tip that I would teach somebody that I know works from working with so many students on the court, and I'm going to put it on video so I leave no stone unturned. So whatever aspect of a stroke that they want to review, somebody can review it as many times as they want, as often as they want, no matter what time it is. So if they've got a match the next day, they can turn it on at 10 o'clock at night and watch the video and remind themselves. And then they can watch in the morning. So then they're retaining things more. And I will tell you, there was one guy, I reviewed his video today, a new Next Level University member. He said he's been playing about 5 years and he already had advanced stroke technique. And I said, I bet you've learned most of your tennis from online instruction. And he says that is correct. I find that especially new players who've been playing, Rye's another one who's on this call. Rye has fantastic technique. And usually the people who have just learned online have much better technique. Let me know if you guys agree with this, than the people who take lessons at the courts or just take clinics or don't take lessons. I'm telling you, I've seen it over and over again. The people who study online instruction, especially if that's how they started, they have better technique than people who learn at their local courts. It's very interesting. You wouldn't think so, but it's 100% true. That is so me. I have limited time on the court, but can practice a lot with shadow strokes in my apartment. Can it be done that way? Absolutely can be done that way. So that's the positive of online instruction. The negative, here's the negative, guys, is I don't know how you're interpreting the information. I don't know if you're watching a video, going out to the court, actually doing the drill the way it's meant to be done. I don't know what your swing path looks like. I don't know any of it. I have zero idea. I'm just guessing that it's working from a lot of testimonials that come through, say, I watched your course and now my service transformed. That's the only way I know until I came up with Next Level University. And I came up with Next Level University from more and more people coming who were following me online and coming to take lessons with me in person. It's a great to suck at something on a particular day and go straight to Pete's video. Thank you, Rye. And so I started to see more and more people come take lessons with me who follow me online, and it's really exciting. That's much more rewarding to teach people who follow you online than to teach people who just live in your local area, because you guys take it way more seriously, and you're way more focused, and therefore you tend to pick up things faster. But I remember this one lesson in particular. This guy came, he was a pretty good player. He was upper 4-0. We worked through a lot of different things. Then we got to the serve, and I said, show me the kicks, show me your kick serve. And he started this kick serve, I'm going, oh my gosh, that is a really, really great kick serve. Where did you learn that? Because it was better than my kick serve, to be honest. He was hitting some amazing kick serves. And it was the best part of the best thing he did all day. And he says, I learned my kick serve from watching your videos, your video course, Kick Serve Mastery. I said, I went through it and practiced it over and over again. And I said, no way. I'm like, he's like, yeah. He's like, that is what I did. And then he started to walk me through all the drills that he was doing over the months. And so that was an example that's out of the norm. This guy watched the course. He did all the drills religiously, and he could interpret and actually execute without having an expert watch him to verify that it's okay. There's more stories of people coming to visit me who say, I'm getting better by watching your videos online. I've been working on my slice serve. Watch this serve. And I'm sure the slice serve that they're hitting was probably better than what it began with, but there's still so many what I like to call leaks or inefficiencies in most people who are watching online videos, because they're not videoing themselves. They're not in the habit of videoing themselves, and they don't have a coach like verifying, like, yeah, that's exactly how I want it to look. And so that's how I came up with the idea of Next Level University, to where you can unlock every single one of my courses. I'm going to walk through and show you my courses tonight. You can unlock every single one of my courses and then send me a video with your phone, and then I verify if you are doing it the right way or not. I basically I'll be brutally honest, but I'm super positive. So, don't be intimidated. I will be honest, but I am always positive, and I'm always, I'm very respectful of the work that you are doing. So don't be shy with it. It's a very positive experience. My favorite student of the year last year, my favorite player was her name is Kathleen, and she totally inspired me. We learned how to throw a ball together. She had zero power on her serve for 3 months straight. We just worked together. We never met each other. We've never seen each other, face to face, but you feel like you're seeing that person face to face when you're working through video. You're saying emails, you're talking back and forth over the video. And I taught her how to throw a ball, and then all of a sudden she started to develop some rhythm on her serve, and now she's got a swing on the serve that she can really, sky's the limit now. She's certainly not done, but it's pretty cool. Okay, we got Daniel from Stony Creek, Ontario. How are you? All right, so you want to get comfortable with this phone with the Next Level University process. And I'm about to show you all the videos that you're going to get, all the lessons you're going to get. You unlock every single one of my courses and use it as a reference library to pick out your big rock. So that's the next thing we're going to talk about, is picking out your big rock. How do you know what you should focus on first? Before I go into this, just write some comments. Write, what do you think would get you to the next level? If you had to pick just one stroke, what would be the stroke you need to work on the most to get to the next level, and why? And then I'm going to go through how you pick your big rock. Paul is a new Next Level University member. Guys, make sure to take advantage and sign up. And okay, I have Rusty who says, I purchased Next Level University. I want to be in the raffle. Jack says, I'm watching your webcast. I'm in Next Level University. Remember, watching your raffle. Rise says, I want to be in the raffle. So if you're joining late, here's what the raffle is. I'm going to put in the link. I'm doing something crazy tonight. Just because, why am I doing this? Because I really enjoy connecting with you guys. I don't think anybody's ever offered anything like this who's an online instructor. The offer is this. I just put the link in the comment section. If you purchase before tomorrow morning, before I wake up tomorrow morning, if you're currently not a Next Level University student, or if you are and you just let me know that you are, I'm putting you into a raffle that if you win, I'm basically gonna randomly select somebody that if you win, if you're a new Next Level University member, I am going to fly out to you, drive out to you. It all depends on how far you are away. And I'm going to teach you for a day for free. So you have no travel expenses, and you have no cost of working with me. My packages, if you're looking at my packages, you know, I think the cheapest ones is a little under $700. We have other events for like $1,200, some $1,500 are coming out. So it's going to be a pretty sweet thing. Okay. Raffle me, Peter. So Daniel, you are a Next Level University member? I think you are. Okay. Slice backhand. More power and consistency on my serve. Great service you are giving us, Peter, says Paul. Yes. Next Level University member, Alan says, put me in. Alan, email me, because I'm not going to remember all these comments coming through. So Alan, email me. Okay. So let's talk about how to pick your big rock. Here's how you pick your big rock, guys. You want to think about, what is the thing that if you improve in the next 3 to 6 months could actually have you playing at the next level and at least holding your own? I need all the big rocks, LL, but return of serve needs a lot of work. Put me in the raffle. Paul, email me. Guys, email me. If you're a member, email me at crunchtimecoaching@gmail.com. Okay, I'm not going to be able to remember all these comments in this after this is all over. So email me at crunchtimecoaching@gmail.com. That way I can collect it more and put you guys in the raffle. So here's how you decide. I think most people right away would go to their weakness and think about what's their weakest thing that they do and think, I need to improve my weakness to get to the next level. It might be. But what I want everybody to do first is to look at your greatest strength and think, if I just improve that by 10 or 20%, would that now become a weapon that would blow everybody at my level off the court? Like I was explaining to this one lady who wanted to become ranked a 4.0, and she's trying to figure out the system. I'm like, yeah, but if you develop your skills a certain way, it's obvious to everybody that you don't belong at a certain level that you're at. You know, the people playing with you will not want you to play with them because they just think you're just too good for them and you're going to be bored. That's how you know when you're at another level, you know. And so what would be the one shot that if you got it to a completely different level would start to dominate at the current level you're at? Do you have anything that's close? Some of you might say, I don't have anything that's really close to being a weapon that if I just made a little better, it would just automatically move me up to the next level. But that's the first thing I want you to think about. Does anybody have, let me know. Cynthia McCoy, I just joined Next Level University. Please put me in the raffle. Cynthia, thank you. We talked on the phone today, which was a lot of fun. And email me at crunchtimecoaching@gmail.com. So let me know, does anybody have a skill that, and what is that one shot? What's the one shot that you are already good at that if you could just prove it a little better, you think it might take you to the next level? Is there anybody who has a shot that they feel like that? Okay. So it might be your greatest strength that needs to be the first big rock you start working on, not necessarily your biggest weakness. Now, on the other hand, let's see, strength is serve and volley. Okay. So Alan, if you got just a little better at the serve and volley, is it good enough to get you to another level? Rye says volleys are a strength, but if it were better, if it were be huge volley. So you want huge volleys? Okay. So that's one way to approach it. Another way to approach it is you might decide, yeah, it's not really a strength that's going to get me to the next level. When I go play a match, I just have zero confidence in my second serve, right? That's a big one. Like I just can't go out there and swing through it confidently and know that it's going to go in the box. I literally have to push it into the box. So, and that's my biggest weakness. And I know that that's just going to get creamed when I go up to the 4.0 or 4.5 level. I literally had somebody on the phone tell me that 2 days ago, like, I need to get my second serve better because it wins at the level I'm at right now. But when I go to the next level and play with some of those friends, I get creamed. That was his thing. So for him, he knows to get to the next level, he actually needs to work on his biggest weakness. More variety on the serve, says Alan. Okay, so I'm getting some nice emails from people saying, put me in the raffle. So I'm putting you guys in the raffle. Thank you for emailing me. So some of you, it might be your biggest weakness. And so how do we work on this? I just want to make sure and get your questions ready. Whether you're a new member, you're not quite sure how Next Level University works, or you're thinking of joining Next Level University, this is exactly how it works. I'm going to log in to my membership area and show you what you can have access to. And when I average this out, it kind of, and that's why the price is actually going up Sunday, because my business coach gave me a little bit of a tongue lash. And he's like, you're offering way, way too much value. And I know you want to offer value, but then there does come a point where you almost appear to be weak or desperate. That's not really the case. I just wanted to share as much as I could. But when you really analyze, when you listen to what I do for you guys, you're going to see that it's a crazy deal for just $199 a year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go into the membership. So I should be sharing my screen now. I just want to go to the screen to make sure I am sharing my screen. Let's see here. I think it's got a little bit of a lag. Consistency in my serve. I think my forehand would also like to play smart, says Alan. Let's see. Let me know. Are you guys seeing my screen yet? I'm trying to share my screen here. Doesn't appear to be working. I want to show the screen. Let's see. Not seeing my screen. Why is this not working? Come on. Oh, I see. I am stupid. All right. Here we go. It should be coming up here in a second. On this. Yeah, okay, here it comes. All right. So now you should see my screen. So I'm going to go into all the courses I've made and realize that when you become a Next Level University student, you get all these different courses. This is Total Tennis Body. This right here has so if you want to get in better shape, part of tennis is not, you don't play tennis to get in shape. You get in shape to play tennis. And I made these trainings, and there's 40-minute trainings, there's 30-minute trainings, there's 20 minutes, 5, 10-minute trainings. And I was in excellent shape when I made this. I lost 15 pounds, and it's all a lot of like here, somebody asked about, well, what about shadow stroking? We're always going through different shadow stroke moves, just almost like you're in a karate class. So you're reinforcing all the right moves, and there's over 100 videos in here, and it's great, especially if you like to work out, but you also want to like get your stroke groove. Serving A to Z was the first course I made. That's very thorough. It's still probably my most popular serve course, and I'll just click on that. I'm not going to click through every single one, but I just want to show you that these courses are robust and took me a long time to build, to where it's like getting started, the toss and aim, grip practice, slice serve, kick serve, flat serve, bonus videos. We got forehand mastery next. Forehand mastery, spin mastery is a spin-off of forehand mastery. Like it's in there, but it's just a smaller course if you just want to work on your spin. We got slice serve mastery, or the slice specialty course, basically slice serve mastery. Power generators teach you how to get more power on every single stroke. Forehands, backhand serves, even volleys. It will give you a more powerful volley ride. You're looking for that. Touch mastery is all about developing your touch. Anticipation is about being one step ahead of your opponent. So we've got drills in there, and then also cues that you can look for to be ready to pounce on your a competition. Kick serve mastery plus, or the Thrive, which had bonus coaching in it for 45 days. No Fear net play, which teaches you how to be a better net player. Solo shots is a 30-day. This is one of my favorite students. No, it's not Ty. Who is it? He loves this course. This is his favorite course. It's a 30-day step-by-step practice system. No Pains, Big Gains is another fitness course. Second Serve Mastery, Next Level University, Next Level Doubles has 108 videos on doubles. Mixology and 3X Power Serve course. It's hard for me to go through all the courses. Legends Guide to Tennis Mastery, which has Rod Laver, John Newcomb, Fred Stein, Roy Emerson. Backhand Mastery is a 12-week program. Okay, all these courses come out to an average of about $7 when you become a Next Level University member. Okay, upgrade your forehand challenge. I spent $6,000 on this course. It's a course I made with I'm just going to go in there for you guys. I had Rick Macy give me a lesson. Jeff Saldenstein gave me a lesson. Mark Kovacs gave me a lesson. Here we go, Lessons with the Legends. And then it shows me going out on the weeks after that and working and practicing all the moves that they gave to me. But right here is a 55-minute lesson I had with the great Rick Macy, who coached the Williams sisters, Andy Roddick. So you get all this. Think about all this, paying $7 for it. And I spent $6,000 on making that course for you guys. Then another thing that puts a lot of time and effort and is not cheap to put on is TennisCon 1, 2, and 3, where I get the best coaches on the planet. Rick Macy, Gigi Fernandez, Legends, Essential Tennis, Fuzzy Yellow Balls, and they're basically sharing their very best stuff with you. It's like a Cliff Notes of all their courses. It's like a Cliff Notes edition of all their best courses is what this is. And it's just an awesome event. And people get to have access to it for, I think, like 24 hours or 48 hours, but then you can actually own it for life. And so there's all these great lessons in there that you can go through over and over again. These guys are really good. I like these guys right here, which is Time Value of Tennis. Just some great stuff. Online tennis instruction right here with their lesson. top tennis train. They're one of the best. I think they might even have more subscribers than Essential Tennis. Alex, who's an amazing instructor, an amazing player. Play Your Court. This is just inside of, that's just day one of TennisCon 3. We got TennisCon 1, 2, and 3 that you can unlock. So now, why do I give you all that? I'm going to come back. First of all, what do you guys think about that? That is a lot of courses that you get. These courses typically sell for, yeah, impressive, says MK. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and come back and really let you know the big goal behind letting you unlock all this training. Why me? Why as a coach do I do this? I'm going to go stop sharing screen. Hopefully I am back now. I just want to verify that I'm back. Oh, that's kind of cool. You could see me, but okay, I'm back. Okay, cool. Here's why. This is why. I'm hoping you have enough guts to go on Amazon or go into Best Buy. And I just want to make this crystal clear because there's a guy who I signed up. I did a lot of phone calls today. And he said, I got to get my wife to go out on the court and film me. I'm like, no, you don't. Long term, that's not going to work. Instead of going out on the court with your wife, drive to Best Buy today with your wife, or go to Walmart with your wife, or go on Amazon and get this for like 20 bucks. Get this tripod and type in tripod with iPhone adapter. And I have a Samsung. It doesn't matter which phone you have, but this is just how simple this is what's holding you back from getting private coaching with me, is that you don't maybe have the confidence that you can get yourself this. If you have a job that you're a professional, a working professional out there, you will be able to figure this out. You get this, you get this, you screw it in to the top, okay? You stabilize this, okay? You screw it in like that, okay? You get your phone, you clip it in like so, and then what you do is you go into your camera. Everybody has this technology, I'm sure of it. Okay, maybe 15 years ago you could have used this excuse, or even 5 years ago, but no more. Everybody knows how to. I'm sure you're taking pictures all the time. You go there, you go to your camera phone, you hit the red button, you record yourself for 30 seconds, you stop it. There will be and if you can't see this, because I'm sure it's reflecting, probably not the greatest on this, and then you go into your gallery, you go into the video you just did, and then there's an icon down here that's like a little triangle. That's a share button. And then it'll ask you if you want to share it if you want to upload it to YouTube, which you can make yourself like a YouTube account if you got a Gmail and just send me the link. Or if you want to email it, you can just click on the email and you can send that file to me. Again, I can see it's reflecting really poorly off the thing, but that is basically all you need to do. And if you can't figure out how to do this, when you become a next level university student, I will talk you through this on the phone. You can also just go to YouTube and you know, if you are like embarrassed right now going, I don't even know how to take a video on my phone, just go to YouTube right now after this and type in, how do I take a video on my phone? How do I email a video on my phone? How do I start my own YouTube channel? Or how do I upload a video to YouTube? This is all you need to do. This is what's holding you back from owning all my courses for $7 and be able to send me up to 4 videos a month. Think about that. And it's just $199 a year, okay, which is really stupid. Like when I say it out loud, it makes no financial sense that for basically the cost of a decent tennis racket, you can unlock my life's work and you can send me 4 lessons a month that I'm giving you feedback on, that when you see yourself on video and you see what I always do is I give you the one thing you need to do to improve. the improvement will be undeniable. And so that's basically, in a nutshell, simply what Next Level University is. You also get a 30-day fast start challenge where you're getting daily challenges. But really, the best way to use it is just to be simple. It's like, as soon as you sign up, try and get on the court within the next 14 days and send me a video. Another mistake that I think people make within Next Level University is the ones who use it are the ones who win, just like the ones who go to the gym, right, win too. And so I want you to think about, what I don't want you to do is what a typical person does when they join a gym membership. Maybe the first month they get on it and they go to the gym, pretty good 3 times a week, and they get into some group fitness classes, and then they're proud of themselves, and then the next month they fall off and they don't go to their group fitness class, and they start to feel out of the loop. They start to feel embarrassed, and they don't want to show their face again. And so maybe they wait 2 or 3 months, and they're like, oh, I want to send Pete a video, but he probably thinks that, I don't know what he thinks of me. I've totally fallen off, and I've just gotten out of the habit. You get out of the habit, you just kind of like fall off. Don't do that. Even if it's taken you 2 or 3 months since your last video you sent, especially if you're a Next Level University alumni, just do it. There's no judgment here. I get in a groove, and then I get in ruts. We all get in grooves and ruts. My favorite student of the year, Kathleen, she was the most consistent, but she had things come up in her family to where there was weeks, maybe I think even over a month, where she didn't send in a video. She maybe at some points was only averaging 1 video a month, but then all of a sudden, maybe other months she was averaging 2 or 3, and 1 month 4. So even though you can send up to 4 videos a month, you don't have to send 4 videos every single month. You just have to be consistent. Rye says, Pete is very responsive with his videos. You won't get what he's offering anywhere else for sure. Edwin, who's a new member. Yeah, great value. Pete sees things in your videos that you don't even notice watching while you're working on it. And so again, guys, that is the program in a nutshell. I'm going to, again, put the link in. Here's the thing. If you sign up tonight on tonight's call, I'm going to put you into your raffle, and we already have other Next Level University students in the raffle. And if you sign up, I'm going to put you in a raffle. And if you win, I will fly out to you and teach you for a day. Okay? And why am I doing this? I know that it's not like I'm going to make a ton of money on this call tonight. That's not the goal. And this month has already been fine for me. It's just that, Frank see, so we're having some of our students, verifying. They're getting great feedback. The feedback is great. And so the reason why I'm doing this is I truly enjoy hanging out with you all. In the beginning of the video, I showed you one of my favorite, I like to call him a person. I think Barkley is a person. But, so I'm going to say, I'm not even going to call Barkley a dog. Barkley is one of my favorite people on the planet to hang out with, and you guys are too. And so I truly enjoy the time and the connection that I'm able to do. So to be able to fly out or drive out to you would actually be my pleasure, and just a way to say thank you and to show you that this is just more about dollars and cents. This is about Next Level University. What it's about is it's about real instruction and real relationships. I am going to share my screen of just a couple of testimonials that, and we'll leave with this, and I'll put the link in one more time, that truly mean a lot to me, way more than a bank account ever could. And it really shows that this program is more than just about tennis. So let me just share the screen one more time. I can figure out how to do it this time. And so share screen, share the entire screen. And I'm going to pull out testimonials. So this was from Kathleen, who I said was my favorite tennis player of the year. and I wrote it in an email, and I made a video, and I chronicled her improvement through all her videos, and I put it into a video. And she wrote me and says, wow, I'm glad I opened that up. By opening that up, she means she's glad she opened up the email. You got me a little choked up there. Your support and inspiration, attitude came along just at the right time. I have a ways to go. It's endless, really. One of the things that keeps tennis fun, and I love that line by her. But it's nice to know I've got your support and encouragement. Can't wait to send this to my kids. I hope the rest of your day will be as good as mine. You see? So by making her day and then her letting me know that I made her day, she made my day. Even she's making my day right now. She wrote me this weeks ago. But it makes my day right now being able to read this. And when I think about the journey that we went on together of sending videos back and forth, was really inspirational to me. And that's what this program is about. If you guys follow me, you know that I've had some, I don't know another way to put it, but some tragedy. I'm going to read Patrick's here in a second, but I want to read this one right now because this guy, we've met once, but we're really good friends, actually. And most of it's just from our connection online. And that's William Quest, who came out and trained with me for 3 days. And he saw one of the testimonials and he said, you know, he's basically starting, well, it's my turn. And by the way, these testimonials, they're not about bragging. To me, it's a way to just validate value. I know if you're on the fence, you're wondering, well, you know, we're always worried about getting screwed, for lack of a better word, for getting bamboozled, for getting scammed. And online, I think it's getting less and less of a reputation for that, but especially when online stuff, commerce came about, everybody's worried to order something online because they thought they were going to get, scammed. But this is a way to show that, you know, you can really build a real connection online. And so here's William saying, well, Pete, it's my turn. So you know my story and I know yours. It troubles me that I could tell you were in pain, but I didn't know how to respond. I guess I was wallowing in my own pain. So we've shared some things together. I need to tell you how important you are to me and how much you have done for me. You don't know why all the online instructors, I chose you. It is because you care. And believe it or not, it shows. It showed the first video that I watched and why I chose you for my first online course. It is why I purchased almost all your courses before I joined the Top Club. It shows in your videos and in your critiques of the videos that I infrequently submit, although I swear you were jumping out of your chair with the improvement on my backhand. You see, that's why I got so excited with how great he was doing on his backhand. It shows that in the free lessons that you post. My all-time favorite memory of you is the time I spent in Atlanta, but really, calling me at work after a Periscope video of my doubles match is really close. Whenever I hold my racket with my offhand, I think of you. Secret power source, you. Waiter tray, you. Slice off the court, you. Kick serve, you. Short backhand that you hit outside of and get a 6-spin and off the court. My favorite solo shot. So he likes solo shots, of course. Slice backhands, you. Whenever coach in my training class says, nice, you. Can't thank you enough, your friend, Bill. And again, as I read that, it's just awesome. A new member who's recently sent in a video, his name's Patrick, a brand new Next Level University student. Pete, thank you. I didn't see the issue with my front leg and never consciously noticed that I moved it. I'll keep working on keeping it in one place. Thank you very much for the analysis. It will be super helpful. I'll try and send another video and get back on the court. I love your videos. Wish I could get on the court more and try out everything. So that's it, guys. I mean, that is Next Level University. It's the courses, it's the coaching, and it's the relationship. So if you are interested in that, there is no better time to start. I'm putting the link again in the comments section. You guys can let me know any questions you have now. I'll open it up to you guys. Let me know if you have any questions on Next Level University, any questions about your game. Any questions on my personal life, anything you want to ask at all, it's your time to ask it. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, which always takes me a second to figure out how to do. Let's see here, stop screen share. Okay, so I should be coming back. But remember, when you order Next Level University, you're unlocking every single course I've created, and that comes out to $7 a course. You are able to then send me videos. And tonight, if you buy, you're going to be put into a raffle to where I'm going to pick one person. I will fly out to you. I will drive out to you, and I will teach you for a full day of tennis. We will work it out when the weather gets nicer. So I'm thinking maybe sometime June or July, and that would be awesome. So a couple of things is to leave you guys with. You guys truly do inspire me. You are different than normal students who go out to the local courts. Just being online tonight shows a lot. So I would love to work with you. I'd love to be your personal coach. I'd love to even teach you, because I know how valuable it is when people finally get the courage to get themselves a tripod. I actually was on the phone with one of my favorite students. He's come out to Florida. He's come out to Texas twice. He's come to Cincinnati. And I coached him on how to order a tripod off Amazon on the phone one day, and how to order this adapter, which basically comes with all the tripods now, and show him how to do the video. So this is really right here. This is your secret weapon in 2020, is just getting this, taking a 30-second clip, and you will not be sorry. I promise you will not be sorry. So there you go. Any questions at all from anybody, let me know. Let me know. If I don't hear anything in the next minute or two, I am going to sleep. I had a busy day. I actually talked to new students all day today. We had some new people sign up today over the phone with me, and I also talked to some people who already signed up, and we talked tennis. So it was a fun day, but I am starting to lose my voice. So I'm looking forward to going to sleep. All right. It looks like we might not have any questions unless I'm not scrolling down far enough. No, I think the last comment was me with the link, which is not a bad thing at all. I'm leaving the link there. How old is Barkley? Barkley is, are you 12, Barkley, or are you 14? I think Barkley is 12 years old, and he is he's looking at me right now as we're talking about him, and he is the best dog. Dogs are awesome. So thank you for asking that. And I love Barkley. Love him to death. Anybody got a dog out there? Dogs are just, they're just so giving. It's amazing. Do you have any mental training for tennis? Yes, Frank, inside Next Level University. First of all, I think it's like every Wednesday we do, I think it's every Wednesday of Next Level of Tennis Con. So Tennis Con 1, 2, and 3 inside Next Level University is Mental Toughness Day. So there's tons of great stuff from the best coaches on the planet. Alan's got a border collie, and it's right there by his side, a golden doodle. That's awesome. That is awesome. Any other questions? Good questions. Dog question and mental. And so the answer is yes to both of them. Yeah, go into Next Level University and go in Tennis Con and watch Wednesdays, and you'll see some tons of great training from the best coaches on the planet. Jason's asking, how long am I going to Australia for? I'm leaving the 23rd, and I am going to come back February 2nd. We're basically going to be there for the quarterfinals and beyond. I'm going with a company called Tennis Ventures, which is a really cool company that you should look into if you ever want to go to one of these Grand Slams. And I'll be helping them with coaching every day and just kind of being like a chaperone, I guess. I don't know, but I'm coaching out there. Super blessed to be a part of this. and I'll be able to watch some awesome tennis. So I will be sending you guys videos to make you all jealous. What is your tripod? Well, I have different tripods. This one, I don't even know what it is. I just looked it up on Amazon and saw it for like 20 bucks. And you can see it comes out that long, and it's all you need. You don't need a big, an expensive tripod to go out there. I have not been to the Australian Open before. No. This year is going to be awesome. I'm going to go to Australia, and then in July, I'm going to go to France with the great Steve Contardi, and I'm going to be playing on Roland Garros's court. Let me know if you guys are interested in that too. Steve's still got some spots, and I can get you guys in, and it's pretty cool. I'll be going out there to France. I'll be teaching on Roland Garros's courts. So if you want to be coached this year and brag and say, my coach went to the Australian Open and played on the Roland Garros courts, you can do that. And you can send me videos, and you'll be entering a raffle, and I'll possibly fly out to you and teach you for a day. So not bad stuff for sign up. Let me know of a racket that costs $199. We'll do that. That's another thing. You can go buy another. What you can do this year is you have a choice. You go buy another racket this year, and your bad habits are going to follow you on that racket, or you can improve your habits to where it doesn't matter what racket you play with. You go out there and play with a wooden racket, but your skills have improved so much. Stay healthy while you're there with all the smoke. Yes, I will try my best. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. Any other questions? I'll hang around for another minute since we just had a couple questions. Any other questions, let me know. Love to help you guys out. Let me see here. Safe travel, says Rusty. Thank you. All right, guys. I think you guys are out of questions. I enjoyed my time with you tonight. I'm going to put the link in just one last time. If you want to be put in the raffle, get in that raffle. You'll become a Next Level University student. You'll be able to send me videos. You'll get all my courses, and one of you will win where I will come out to you and train you for a day for free. So do that. When am I going to Nukes again? October, TennisCon. I'll be out at Nukes for a week, running TennisCon and running a consistency camp that we do at Newcomb's Ranch. And John Newcomb always gives a speech to a group that we're a part of and takes pictures with us. So it's pretty awesome. Thank you for that question, Pat. Okay. I always feel guilty to hang up when I see a new question come in. I want to make sure I answer all your questions. Okay, everybody. I had a great time. I'm gonna end this party now. Sign up for Next Level University tonight. It closes on Sunday, and the price will be going up to $397. You guys are awesome, and I got to figure out how to turn this thing off. Take care.